abandoned morning glare, just sitting still like it had weight, not just in gold but twisted waves. She always said she hated goodbyes, so I guess she left with silent skies. No letter, no soft final kiss, just the echo of what I'll miss. I stared through panes we once would have cleaned, now clouded like the in-between. She left her ring on the windowsill, beside the plant she used to fill, a symbol lost in morning light, of vows that vanished overnight. And every time that sun breaks through, it shines on pain I never knew. It's just a ring, cold, still and small, but damn, it says she's gone for real after all. I checked the drawers, her coat still hung, that cherry dress, a song she sung. But emptiness can wear a scent, like ghosts that never pay their rent. The coffee pot still warms too fast, like it's expecting our old past. But one cup's cold and one is gone, just like her shadow at the dawn. Some say the heart just fades with time, but hers left sharp and clean as lime. That little ring, she set it down, no slam, no fight, no damn showdown. She didn't scream, she didn't run, she just let silence do the gun. Now every window creak I feel reminds me love can just unseal, without a bang, without a fall, just a ring and a missing call. If she comes back, I won't move it. That ring will say it all and prove it. She left her soul on that windowsill, and all that's left is breath gone still. No curtain closed, no photo torn, just one gold band alone and worn. And if you ask me how love ends, it ain't with screams or cheating friends. It ends in silver, soft and chill, like a ring she left on the windowsill. That porch light's been burning since June, like he's expecting her back soon. The town don't talk, but they all know what happens when a heart won't go. Old Jackson sits there every night in his old chair, staring at light, sipping from a chipped glass jar, like she's still near, not traveling far. He won't admit she's truly gone, just out to think or doing wrong. Jackson's porch light still stays on, through every dusk, past every dawn. He says she'll come home when she's done, running from things she couldn't outrun. And while we sleep, he's wide awake, mending hope the time can't take. And though her trail's long overgrown, that porch light waits, warm as home. They say she left for the big scene, Nashville Light Stage 17. But fame can chew and spit you dry, while love just waits and don't ask why. Jackson never bought a plane, says if she's mine she'll find the train. And every night he hums their song to ghosts he swears won't leave him long. That old bulb's burned out twice last year, but he just smiles and says she's near. Jackson's porch light cuts the black, like love that don't know how to crack. He built a fire that never dies and hangs her letters in the skies. Folks say it's sad, but I see grace in how he guards that empty place. And if she's gone, she left her tone in that light and in that home. Some people move, some people stay. Some hearts just won't be led away. Jackson's porch light still burns clear through every ache, through every year. And though she may not cross that yard, he loved like light that fights the dark. So if you drive by slow and still, you'll feel her heart on that old hill, and know the kind of love unknown that never dims, even alone.
She said goodbye in autumn's throat, red boots and Sunday coat. The train pulled off like it had guilt and left behind the life we built. I swore I'd be just fine alone till that sky turned heavy tone. 'Cause there in the storm winds chill, I break down hard in Knoxville still. The streets all blur like her perfume, and every puddle holds her room. When it rains in Knoxville, I see her face in every drop and window's trace. The river talks in her old voice, soft like regret, loud like lost choice. The neon hum of rainy bars reflects our names like falling stars. I swear the clouds hold her goodwill. When it rains in Knoxville. She used to dance barefoot in storms, laughing at thunder like it warms. I never thought she'd leave that way, with lips like spring, a heart of May. But some folks feel too deep to stay and float away where pain can't weigh. Now every drip from roof to rail feels like her song in broken mail. The weatherman just calls it wet, but I call it the night we met. When it rains in Knoxville, I feel her near, like she might step through lightning smear. Her shadow leans on this old bench, soaks through my coat, through every trench. And though I try to keep it dry, my soul floods every time I try. There ain't no storm that fits the bill like her goodbye. So let it pour. I'll sit right here where silence screams and ghosts appear. This town don't change, but I sure do each time it floods with thoughts of you. And when my boots fill up and spill, I pray for peace. In Knoxville,
carved our names in a willow tree. She said if we break, just wait for me. With trembling voice and summer hands, she laid her heart in promised land. I'll be back when leaves turn gold, when the wooing wind feels less bold. But seasons change and colors fled, and I replay each word. She smiled like it was written fate, but some goodbye is love to wait. She said she'd wait to fall, said summer wasn't meant to stall. She kissed me slow, then walked away, left me with skies about to gray. I counted every crimson leaf, like prayer beads hung on hope and grief. But now the trees stand bare and tall. She never came, just like the fall. I bought that coat she liked in red, hung it where her boots once tread. Every week I lit the porch like I was guiding Saint's torch. The orchard bloomed and then decayed. Her letters stopped, her echoes stayed. And now I sit where winds do call to someone gone who meant it all. Folks say I should let time erase, but I still see her in this place. She said she'd wait to fall, as if the leaves could catch a call. But maybe fall came too ashamed to witness love that's not reclaimed. I raked the order, watched the sky, heard her in each crow passing by. But seasons lie and hearts may stall. She left in spring and missed the fall. Turns fast, some promises just never last. So here I am in chill regret, on broken swings with unpaid debt. She said she'd wait, but time moved on, and autumn came, but she was gone. And if she hears this southern drawl, I still wait too for our fall. Took a drive to clear my head, wound up where our past was bred. the vault I swore would seal, the oak where we carve forever true, still stands though it's split in two. Even the breeze through cottonwood whispers things I never should. It's like this land don't let me heal. Each mile a reel, each turn too real. Every county road reminds me of your laugh on nights behind me, of that time we danced by moon, where silence held our sweetest tune. The fields still breathe your summer skin, the fences keep the echoes in. I can't escape the way it winds me. Every county road reminds me. That rusted bridge near Miller's Creek still trembles like your voice that week, when you said we'd be just fine, then drove off past the county line. I tried to move, I tried new towns, but some ghosts love their old grounds. And though the signs all point ahead, the rear view shows what's left unsaid. The ditches bloom with memories that bloom and bleed like autumn trees. Every county road's a mirror, showing you as I draw nearer. I smell your hair in pine and hay, hear your boots in church each day. The fairground lights still flash your grin, and gas pumps play your favorite hymn. No GPS can unbind me. These roads were carved to remind me. I used to ride to just get far. Now I chase ghosts in every car. So let me drive through tear-stained bends and talk to fences like old friends. Let country air undo my pride on roads where broken hearts still ride. And when I die, let them define me by every county road that reminds me. found her head on the dashboard shelf where she left it, like a part of herself. Sun-bleached brim and leather cord still smells like rain. And the day she swore, I'll be back next week, don't cry. Then she smiled like that was no goodbye. Didn't take much, just her phone left me that hat. And all alone, it's funny what the heart will clutch, even when it's not worth much. Her hat's still in my truck, like a ghost that won't give up. Drives with me on county loops, past diners and old barn roofs. It don't fit my head but fits my hurt, like footprints pressed in southern dirt. And every turn, every gear stuck, she rides with me that worn out hat. And love, side, wiped every stain, but couldn't scrub her from the pain. Still hear her laugh in the rear view hum, still see her boots in the evening sun. The radio plays her favorite song, and I pretend she'll sing along, but it's just me and that hat she wore. In silence, I can't close the door. Some leave pictures, some leave rings. She left shadows and these strings. Her hat's still in my truck, still caught in love, still stuck on dusty roads or parked in town. It's always there to pull me down. I try to toss it in the shed, but it keeps crawling back instead. Like her goodbye never got struck, her memory rides in my old truck. I could burn it, throw it in the creek, but it still show up when I'm weak. Her hat's still in my truck, soft as love, sharp as luck, a faded badge of what we had. The good, the lost, the sweet, the bad. And maybe someday I'll let it go, but tonight it's all I know. So if you see a Dodge that's beat and stuck, know it holds a ghost, and her hat in the truck. She wrapped it round her every night, that patchwork stitched in faded light. Her grandma's hands had sewn it so, with threads of stories, pain and song. Each square told where her people came, a blue for loss, a red for flame. And when the winters bit too hard, the quilt became her soul's guard. I held her close beneath that cloth where dreams were warm and fights were soft. The quilt her grandma sewed carried love like heavy snow. It held her when I couldn't speak, it calmed her storm, it brushed her cheek. And when she left it here, folded neat beside a tear. Now I sleep cold and overexposed in the quilt her grandma sewed. It's frayed now at the corner edge, torn like vows on a weathered pledge, but still it smells like autumn air, like her perfume caught unaware. I wear it like a second skin when nights are long and skies are thin. She may be gone, but I still hold the closest thing to what was gold. Some gifts don't come with ribbon bright, but in the dark they glow just right. The quilt her grandma sewed knows more than what was told. It holds our fights, our laughs, our grace, and every tear that touched her face. It's stitched with loss and stitched with prayer, with cotton dreams we used to share. I'd trade my soul for just one coat to read the quilt her grandma sewed. Maybe one day I'll pass it on to someone else when grief is gone. But tonight I'll pull it to my chin, whisper her name and breathe her in, and thank the woman who once wove a piece of heaven sewn with love. Though she's not here, I'm not alone, thanks to the quilt her grandma sewed. I still walk out every noon to that box that hums her tune. Flag still down, door still shut, but hope's a habit I won't cut. She said she'd write when she found peace, some distant town, some art release. Said she'd send her truth in ink, but weeks turn months, then years to blink. They say I'm mad, say let her go, but mailboxes don't ever know. Mailboxes never check themselves, they wait in silence like old shelves. I open it like it might scream, with her handwriting in between. And though it's bills or just a card, my fingers shake and hit me hard. 'Cause maybe she forgot, or maybe it's still, but mailboxes. She wrote with loops and crooked lines, said love you always till end times. And though her last note said goodbye, it felt more like a lullaby. Now every crow on every wire feels like her whisper through the tire. And though I age and grow more still, that box still breathes a thread of will. The flag stays down, the rust grows thin, but hope it always checks again. Mailboxes don't learn to feel, they just stand there cold and steel.
but hearts that wait beside their side learn how to lose and not to hide. I raise the lid like lifting fate and count the silence she won't break. But I'll be here like some old elf, 'cause mailboxes. One day she might just send a line, and it'll shake the hands of time. So I'll still walk and check and pray that she remembers what we'd say, that love shows up, no need to yell, it just slips where mailboxes dwell.
With boots too big to fill, on her hold swing deadly still. Brown curls and that stubborn chin, but it's her eyes he carries in. She left when he was only too young to know, too old to undo. And every year I watch him grow into the ache she left below. Sometimes why she ain't here, I lie and fight back every tear. He's the boy who had her eyes, that soft defiance, stormy skies. When he stares, I lose my breath like she came back and beat out death. But then he frowns and runs to play, and her goodbye floods back my way. Never know all my whys, he's just the boy with her eyes. He draws her face without a guide, says daddy dreams she's by my side. When he cries, he doesn't know it's her reflection letting go. I see her in the way he stands, how he folds his tiny hands. And when he laughs, Lord, it breaks me to love someone who shakes me. He tells his friend she's in the stars, while I hide whiskey in old jars. He's the boy who brings her back with every skip, with every crack. He knows her scent, though never held, and speaks of her like time rebelled. I'd give the world to let her stay, but he's the price I had to pay. Still love walks tall, no disguise, in the boy with her eyes. Maybe one day he'll ask me true, and I'll have to say what pain can't do. But for now, I'll hold him tight, tell bedtime tales and kiss goodnight. And when he dreams, I'll stay close by, guarding love that said goodbye. For even if the truth denies, she still lives in her boy's eyes.
I wrote her letters every June. Ink still wet beneath that moon, folded slow with prayer and care. But they all died in southern air. The mailbox leaned like it had grief. The wind just laughed, gave no relief. And every drop that kissed the page turned I love you into rage. They say rain carries what we send, but not when hearts forget to mend. Letters the rain never carry, words too soft to be buried. I sealed them tight with trembling hands, but storms don't read, they just demand. She moved on, or so they said, to music halls and strangers' beds. But I still write, though hope has tarried. These letters the rain never carried. The porch still creaks with every thought of all the time that love forgot. And I can't burn what never flew, so I write more, those skies aren't blue. I stack them high beside my bed, unsent poems I never read. And every line is stitched with shame, a man still signing just her name. Some write to heal, I write to feel, a past that never turned to real. Letters the rain kept near, too heavy to float, too full of fear. If I tossed them out, they'd drown too fast, with every please and every last. And though the world forgot her grace, she lives in ink I can't erase. So let the clouds come dark and harry, these letters still aren't carried. And maybe she's somewhere dry and far, reading wind like a country star. But if you see a man with pen and sky, don't mock the words he lets drift by, for sometimes love won't be parried by letters the rain never carried. There's a room down the hall where sunlight doesn't fall. Half the walls are sage, the rest still bare. She picked that color with so much care, said it made her feel less small, like spring had kissed the drywall. She played our songs while she wrote the brush, but left mid-stroke, said it's too much, and the tape's still peeling down, out like a whisper lost in town. The room she never finished painting still holds her sighs, her faint complaining. Each corner screams of
call. Her playlist still in the Bluetooth queue, songs about forever, dreams in view. The bucket's dry, the brush is stiff, I smell her hair in every whiff. And though the house has been rewired, that room still glows with old desire. Tell folks it's just a guest room, but ghosts don't knock, they just resume. The room she tried to make her own became a shrine of things unknown. It's half a hope, half a wound, half a life that left too soon. I leave the door cracked like a sign that maybe she'll return in time. But the paint peels on, no restraining the room she never finished painting. I could call it closure by new trim, but it still smells like her and him. So let it stay just like she left, a gallery of love and theft. And maybe if she walks back slow, she'll see her name in sage below. Until then, I'll keep her painting my heart in that unfinished painting. We stood around that granite grave, all too young to feel that way. Her mother shook, her father broke, the preacher whispered words he choked. The wind was still, the sky stayed blue, as if the world refused it to. I held the ring she never wore, while flowers cried on that church floor. And though the stone was carved just right, it couldn't hold her fire or light. We buried her name in stone, but never got to walk her home. She left with dreams she barely touched, a laugh too loud, a love too much. Now the dates feel far too small to hold a soul that gave us all. I kneel alone, cold to the bone. We buried her in stone. Her favorite dress was never found, she left it somewhere out of town. They said the crash was swift and clean, but pain don't care how neat it seems. The pictures fade, the letters crease, but grief don't age or find its peace. Each year I carve a different prayer, and flowers laid with weathered care. The birds still sing above her place, but silence echoes in my face. We etched her name with blackened grace, but it still floats in time and space. I speak to stone like she might blink, like granite's just another link. They say she's gone, but not to me. She rides each wind in Tennessee, and though my faith stands overthrown, she's more than just a name in stone. I wear her voice like second skin, and hear her in the violin. So if you pass that old oak hill and feel your chest go oddly still, that's her in breeze or birds or tone. She's more alive than names in stone. She'd hum the hymns, not sing out loud, but her faith still reached the crowd. That pew still creaks like Sunday morn, like whispers stitched in clothes well worn. And though she's gone, I swear I see her shadow rise in pew row 3. Some say the soul stays where it's known, in wood and song, not just in stone. Where she used to sit at church now holds a weight of prayer and search. I see her scarf, I smell her hand, still folded neat just like she planned. The preacher stumbles when he speaks, like he's been living there for weeks, and I still choke on every verse near where she once sat at church. They kept her name in the bulletin, a quiet nod to what had been. The choir wore her favorite blue the day they sang her final view. I sat alone, but not alone. Her spirit sang in sacred tone, and though my hands have aged and cracked, that pew still brings her presence back. No stained glass ever looked so kind as when it shined on her behind. Where she sat still holds a light on days my world don't feel so right. And though the cushions faded thin, it holds the weight of where she's been. And when I stand and bow my head, I feel her next to me instead. With every song my soul gets nursed where she once sat at church. And when the choir hits that refrain, it's her voice I hear in the rain. So leave that pew for those who mourn, for love that didn't stay till morn. And let the wood creak out her name in every prayer, in every flame. For faith don't die, it just reemerges where she still sits at church. She danced barefoot on the porch wood floor as thunder rolled and skies would pour. Her hair soaked through a mess of curls, but she looked like heaven broken pearls. She pulled me close with soaked white hands, say kiss me now before it lands. And though the storm shook roof and rail, her scent would rise through cedar pale. And even now when it storms at night, I swear she's near, just out of sight. The way she smelled after rain, like jasmine moss and sweet champagne. It hits me strong in summer air, like she just walked across the stair. No perfume ever came that close to holding joy inside a ghost. I breathe her in, then ache again for the way she smelled after rain. I bought a brand that floral mist, but it just felt like counterfeit bliss. There's no bottle for that lightning scent of love in mud and accident. The porch is dry, her boots are gone, but puddles speak in her old tone. And when the drops drum on the tin, I feel her twirl beneath my skin. They say the nose forgets with time, but hers is etched in scent and rhyme. The scent of hers, it haunts the yard like memories stitched into the heart of who she was before the fall, before the silence lost in call. And every storm it brings her back in thunder's pulse and window crack. I give the world to feel again the way she smelled after rain. If heaven rains before it weeps, then maybe that's where her soul sleeps. So I'll sit quiet in the haze, let nature echo her old ways. And when the rain comes back tonight, I'll know she's near and scent and light. For love can't hide, but leaves a stain like the way she smelled after rain. Two mugs on the table, just like before. Mine chip blue, hers floral decor. Habit or hope, I don't quite know, but both get filled, the one stays cold. She liked her strong, a splash of cream, sipped while talking about her dream. Now I sip slow, let silence speak to a ghost I see every week. They say grief fades like morning dew, but I still brew for me and you. The coffee still pours for two, like the sun still shines on empty pews. I stir her side though she's not near, out of love or stubborn fear. And every morning clockwork still, I set her cup and always will, 'cause it's the last thing I can do. The coffee still pours for two. The chair cross creaks, soft at dawn, like her hand might touch my palm. I talk aloud, like she might hear of the dreams I chased and those unclear. And sometimes I swear steam rises slow, like her spirit dancing in its glow. I toast to days we used to claim before life folded in her name. Neighbors think I've lost my grip, but grief it brews in every sip. The routine writes what memory can, in sugar cubes and kitchen slam. I leave her side full every day, just in case she lost her way. And though I drink alone, it's true, the coffee still pours for two. And if I die with mugs still said, let them say I never did forget.
find a note that's stained with coffee rings and words untrained. No, it's just me talking to the one I love, whose cup I knew. And long as dawn keeps breaking through, this coffee will pour for two.
Tucked in the corner, soft and small, was where she knelt behind the wall. No altar grand, no candlelight, just whispered tears and faith and night. She'd pull the curtain, close her eyes, talk to heaven with no disguise. And though I mocked it in my pride, her quiet's made the angels glide. Now that she's gone, I peek inside and feel the tremble she once cried. Behind the curtain where she prayed, I feel the weight of words she laid. For me, for life, for those she knew, for strength to carry what was true. And now I kneel where she once wept, in shadows where her soul had slept. I speak her name in thanks, afraid, behind the curtain where she prayed. There's still a Bible, spine well worn, with notes she scribbled, pages torn. A circle round, forgive again, like love was something to defend. Her shawl still hangs on that chair's edge, like holy lace beside a pledge. And when the world caves in on me, that space becomes my sanctuary. She never raised her voice to prove, but heaven moved when she would move. Behind that cloth she faced her storms, with whispered grace, not worldly forms. No pulpit claimed her steady fire, but God knew every soft desire. Now when I fail or feel betrayed, I crawl back to where she once prayed, and ask for strength in words she made. Behind the curtain where she prayed. If faith can live beyond the grave, then her still saves what I can't save. So leave that corner just as is, a chapel built in silence kiss. For saints don't need grand marble laid, they live behind the place they pray. No packed bag, no final fight, just a flickering porch light. She left the house like smoke at dawn, one breath here and then just gone. Her dress still hung behind the door,
coffee cup sat on the floor. I searched the rows, called out a name, but echoes don't return the same. Some leave loud, some leave with fire. She vanished like a half-sung choir. She never said goodbye, just slipped away. No, no, no tear, no, I can't stay. She faded like a church bell's ring, too fast to hold, too soft to sting. And though I begged for one last line, I only found her sentence. Love didn't burn, it just turned gray. She never said goodbye to her, just slipped away. No fingerprints, no drawn outside, just an empty mirror and lipstick dry. Neighbors said she looked just fine, but storms don't shout when it's time. Now I live in her absence and shape, in hollow doors and frozen drape. And every time I lock the gate, I wonder if I was too late. I check my phone, but nothing reads, just silence blooming into weeds. She didn't slam or curse or plead, she just obeyed some quiet need. I don't know what pushed her feet, but love can leave and still be sweet. So I relive each yesterday, trying to hear the words she'd say. But all I have is ash and clay. She never said goodbye, just slipped away. And maybe that's the kindest way to leave when nothing more can stay. So if you love, don't wait too long to sing the words before they're gone. 'Cause some don't burn, they just decay. She never said goodbye, she just slipped away.
Leans where she always warned. That summer storm left shingles torn. The porch light flickers when it rained, and the rose bush wilted, full of stain. I kept a list pinned on the fridge of broken chairs and that screen door's hinge. But I always said next Saturday, until her voice was too far away. Now I fix what can't be touched and curse myself for waiting much. These are the things I meant to fix that now just echo all my tricks of saying like a vow I didn't keep. The roof don't leak, but I still drown. In quiet days she's not around. I fix the things she used to hold, but not the space that now feels cold. It's strange how silence makes a list of every hug and every kiss. These chores now speak in softer tones, like ghosts that rattle through my bones. And when I patch the wall or shelf, I'm stitching more than wood. I'm stitching self. Her name still lives in every mix of oil and time and rusted ticks. And though she's gone, love still persists in all the things I meant to fix. If time gave back a single day, I'd drop the hammer, beg her stay. So let the house sag and complain. I'd trade repair for her again. But since I can't, I mend and twist these broken things that love still kissed.
I took the truck down old Route 9, where she'd sit close, her hand in mine. The bench seat's cracked, her scent is faint, but I still see her in the paint. Her boots are gone, no voice to guide, just empty wind where she'd confide. We'd sing Old Hank with windows down. Now I just drive from town to town. But the echo fades and engines roar. Her memory don't ride no more. She don't ride shotgun like she did, with her feet up high and mischief hid. No left to match the radio, no hands that make the warm winds blow. And though I check the mirror twice, she's not in sight, she paid her price. Now silence rides where love once swore. Her memory don't ride no more. Da-da-da. I try to keep the roots we ran, but roads don't loop when life's the plan. Now gravel hums in minor chords, and mile signs speak in last rewards. The diner closed, her song don't play. The gas pump don't ask how I stay. And though I've searched each exit sign, her ghost moved on past county line. I once thought memory clung like skin, but now I know it rides the wind. She left the cab without a word, no slam, no cry, just wings unheard. And now I drive to find what's lost, burning fuel at love's old cost. But even trucks can't chase before her memory don't ride no more. Na-na-na-na. And if I pass her trail again. I'll nod and let the stillness win. So I'll keep driving long and wide. Let ties replace the tears I hide. For some goodbyes don't knock or roar, they just stop riding forevermore.
They say time forgets, but I disagree. 'Cause every field still sings of she. The barn roof echoes how she laughed. The wind still follows her worn path. She danced in boots by Hickory Bridge, skim flat stones from Lover's Ridge. And every town I try to pass still paints her face in window glass. I thought I'd leave her far behind, but Tennessee don't lose what's mine. Tennessee still knows her name, carves it quiet into flame. Every tree and creek and song still calls her like she ain't been gone. She's stitched in skies and thunders claim, and church bells weep in Sunday rain. No matter where I place the blame, Tennessee still knows her name. I tried new states, new license plates, but even windows how love waits. I kiss new lips, I chase new light, but her still comes at dead of night. The soil here holds her steps so close, like ink that won't release the prose. And when I walk that orchard bend, I feel her breath in branches bend. I ask the stars to let her go, but even they still flicker slow. Tennessee don't give up ghosts, it turns them into southern toast. With every fire and fiddle tune, her name still rides beneath the moon. And though I try to break the chain, her echo lives in mountain rain. I left her, but it's not the same. Tennessee still knows her name. So if you see a man walk lone, he's chasing whispers etched in stone. I might forget the year she left, but not the breath or heart she cleft. For every trail and winding lane still sings in harmony her name. So don't ask why I look ashamed. Tennessee still knows her name.